Hey, I'm Matt McMurray with Campus Automotive in Blacksburg, Virginia, and today I have a tire that's near and dear to my heart. The Goodyear Endurance trailer tire, American-made, United States-made trailer tire, much different than a lot of the offshore tires that you see on travel trailers, on boats, on RVs, on dump trailers and utility trailers. As you can see on the left, we call these China bombs because they explode and delaminate like nothing you've ever seen before. They're junk. Somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean is a big container ship full of this junk. It needs to just sink because it's trash. It gets people hurt. It blows up on the interstate. It tears up other cars. It's junk. So Goodyear realized that, and they developed a tire to sort of eliminate that and bridge the gap between trailer tires and light truck tires, which a lot of people have switched to. So again, boat trailers, utility trailers, dump trailers, and RVs, and especially RVs like mine. I've got a fifth wheel RV. The first thing I did, brand new, the first thing I did was replace the China bombs with this Goodyear Endurance tire. So far, I've had it for 3 summers. It's done great, never had a tire problem. There's a few cool things about this Goodyear Endurance tire that goes even above and beyond what these other tires have. So this Goodyear Endurance trailer tire has a specialized inner liner inside to keep the tire from losing air when it's sitting. A lot of these tires don't. At the beginning of the RV season this year, I checked the air pressure of all the tires on my RV. I also checked the air pressure of the spare, which is still one of the older China bombs that I left on it as a spare. This tire, the Endurance tire, had lost literally no air pressure. The China bomb had lost air pressure. So almost every time that I go on a trip, even if it's every 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks during the summer, I have to check the air in that spare because it loses air. That inner liner that's inside this tire helps keep that from happening. That's like #1 feature, because a lot of these failures that happen with these tires are air pressure related failures. Low air pressure, not enough air pressure, too much weight, too much speed. So that leads me into another discussion about this Endurance tire. It's N-rated, so it's rated up to 87 miles an hour. Most other trailer tires are only rated to 65 miles an hour. So what happens is when you've got temperature and heat and weight and highway speeds, the tire just disintegrates because it's junk to start with. So you're just making it worse adding all those conditions in. This tire was designed and built to prevent that from happening. Another feature that this tire has that a lot of these other different tires don't have is these coupling grooves between the tread and the sidewall lug. And what that does is that helps to reduce the heat when it's rolling down the road. Again, we want to keep the tire cool because heat is one of the main factors in one of these tires failing and exploding, like the one that you see here. So N-rated, it's got a high max load, got these coupling grooves on it, got deep channels for long tread wear, and also evacuating water out of it so you don't get any fishtailing on your trailer when you're going down the road. The tread wear is deep, so it's going to last a long time. My personal recommendation on trailer tires, 3 years. Throw them in the trash. Don't run them any longer because they're dangerous after that. Some people say 7 years. I'm more like 3 years. 3 years on an RV. You know, if you got a dump trailer that's making short trips, maybe you can go to 7 years. But I think if you're going with your RV on long trips and these cross-country trips, 3 years, done. A lot of these tires also are prone to failure from UV rays from the sun, so it's another good idea to cover them up when you're not using them, because the UV rays, it damages them somehow. Also, trailer tires, never spray any tire dressing or silicone on trailer tires because it causes them to dry rot and it weakens them from the outside. So your normal tires that you have on your car or your truck, you're driving every single day and you're keeping it warm, and you're keeping those compounds that are locked in there, you're keeping them seeping out into the exterior of the tire to keep them healthy. When you let a tire sit a long time, like a trailer tire, you don't get that action. So you'll jump in your truck, hook up to your RV and go 1,000 miles to Disney World, and then come back and park it for 3 months, 5 months, 7 months, maybe a year, and it's not good for the tires. But on your car and your personal car and your personal truck, you know, you're driving them all the time. You're making that action happen, and it keeps them healthy. So again, here are these coupling grooves that are used to keep the tread and the tire cool at highway speeds. But I want to talk about this Durawall sidewall technology. So if you've ever had a trailer, if it's an RV, a boat trailer, dump trailer, utility trailer, you know that it follows behind the truck. And sometimes when you're pulling a trailer down the road and you make a turn into a parking lot, you know, sometimes you might scrape a curb or pinch a curb or run up on a curb, or when you're backing an RV into an RV site, you might not have enough space and you might get pinched on the side of the site. Or, you know, there are a lot of different things that happen when you're towing a trailer because you're not following exactly the rear end of the truck. You kind of got an arc there. So what this sidewall does is it's extra strong, and it's made to resist that pinching and that scraping of the sidewall to keep the tire healthy, because you can pinch or scrape this sidewall and bust the tire. But they put extra effort into making this strong, even into the way that the tire looks. If you look at the way that this band looks with these little sawtooth patterns here, that helps it from getting pinched if you run up on a curb or something like that. So this makes it stronger. Just makes it a whole lot better tire than what some of these other tires are. So the Goodyear Endurance trailer tire has extra strength, reinforced steel belts, something that these other tires don't have. Just for comparison, if you just watch me push down on the tread of this tire compared to this old tire, you can see the difference and how much it flexes. Now here are the steel belts on the old tire, and I want you to look at me press down on that. Very little pressure. You see how soft that is? These tires, these endurance tires, are way stronger than that. That just shows you that there's extra. They overbuilt this tire because they knew it was a problem on these other tires. So this is my RV, 40-foot Keystone Cougar 385 MBH, which is a mid-bunk. Fully loaded GVWR, about 14,000 pounds. As you can see, it's a big RV. Having good tires on the back of it are really important to me because I got my family in the truck and we're going down the road, and I don't want anything to happen that may cause us to get hurt. So here are the tires, Goodyear Endurance trailer tires. I got them set at 80 PSI. You can see the scuff guard here. And now I've got a lot of trips on these tires already. Probably got somewhere around 6,000 miles on these tires already. Another thing you'll notice is right here, my tire pressure monitoring system. That lets me know what my air pressure and temperature is on each one of these tires when I'm driving down the road, so that I know that if I've got rapid air loss or if one's getting really hot, I know I have a problem and I can stop and check it before it blows up. But you can see, you know, how they've held up over that time period. I think they've held up pretty good. When you have a big fifth wheel RV like that, what you notice is when you turn and back up, you get a lot of side scrub on the tires. And you can see that my tires haven't worn significantly from that side scrub. So I'm pretty happy about that. Overall, really happy with this tire. They're smooth, they're quiet, they're strong. And I think they do a good job for me. So let me know what you guys are running on your trailers and what your experience has been like with them. If you like what you saw, hit that like button and subscribe. Have a good day.